First is scientific notation. Scientific notation is convenient and widely used method of expression large and small numbers. Any quantity may be expressed in n, x, 10 raised to n, where n is any number between 1 and 10 and n is the appropriate power of 10. Let me give you an example, which is 7 million. And let us convert this into scientific notation. The first thing we're gonna do is move the decimal point to the left, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let us now convert it into scientific notation. 7.0 x 10 raised to 9. And that is the answer. Next example is 0.00532. Now, let us convert this into scientific notation. The first thing we're gonna do is move the decimal point to the right 1, 2, 3, which is 3. Now we're gonna convert it to scientific notation, which is 5.32 x 10 negative 3. Why negative 3? Because if the decimal point moved to the right, it will be always negative, and that is the answer. Third example and lastly is 55,000. Let us convert this into a scientific notation. The first thing we're gonna do is move the decimal point to the left, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let us convert this to scientific notation. 5.5 x 10 raised to, let us count how we move the decimal point to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean 4. And that is the final answer. Next topic is converting units. Converting units is the simplest way to convert one to another is to form a conversion ratio with the desired unit, the numerator, and the unit of to be converted at the denominator. The original quantity is multiplied by conversion ratio. Units may be multiplied or divided just like any ordinary algebraic factors. The metric system is based on a decimal. To change a metric unit to another is to shift the decimal point. First example is convert 12 inch to centimeter given that 1 inch is 2.54. The first thing we're gonna do is copy the 12 inch and multiply it to 2.54 centimeter over 1 inch. Now, let us cancel the inch and inch, and 12 times 2.54 cm over 1, which is equal to 30.48 centimeter, and that is the final answer. Next topic is converting units. Converting units is the simplest way to convert one to another is to form a conversion ratio with the desired unit, the numerator, and the unit of to be converted at the denominator. The original quantity is multiplied by conversion ratio. Units may be multiplied or divided just like any ordinary algebraic factors. The metric system is based on a decimal. To change a metric unit to another is to shift the decimal point. First example is convert 12 inch to centimeter given that 1 inch is 2.54. The first thing we're gonna do is copy the 12 inch and multiply it to 2.54 centimeter over 1 inch. Now, let us cancel the inch and inch, and 12 times 2.54 cm over 1, which is equal to 30.48 centimeter, and that is the final answer. Next is convert 65 kilometer to meter given that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meter. The first thing we're gonna do is multiply 65 kilometer to 1,000 meter over 1 kilometer. Let us cancel the kilometer and then it's now 65 times 1,000 meter over 1 and the final answer is 65,000 meter. Is variance. Variance measures the squatted deviation of each number in the set of the mean. Let me give you an example. The given are 2.3 seconds, 2.4 seconds, 2.2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, and 2.1 seconds. The first thing is you're gonna add all this up, which is equal to 11.5. 11.5. And the next thing is we're gonna divide the 11.5 into 5, which is equal to 2.3, and that is our mean. And the next thing we're gonna do is table it. Just copy the given numbers and write the mean. And the third thing we're gonna do is subtract each other, which is equal to 0, 0.1, negative 0.1, 0.2, and negative 0.2. And lastly, we're gonna square all this, which is equal to 0, 0.01, 0.01, 0.04, and 0.04. And the next thing is we're gonna add all this up, which is equal to 0.10. And next is we're gonna divide this into 5, which is equal to 0.02, and let us square the 0.02 equals 0.014, and that is our answer. Let me give you another example. The given are 2.3, 2.4, 2.2, 2.5, and lastly 2.1. And again, we're gonna add all this up, which is equal to 11.5. And we're gonna divide the 11.5 into 5, which is equal to 2.3. And that is our mean. And now, we're gonna table it. Just copy the given numbers and write the mean. The next thing we're gonna do is subtract each other, which is equal to 0, 0.1, negative 0.1, 0.2, negative 0.2. And we're gonna square all this, which is equal to 0, 0.01, 0.01, 0.04, and lastly 0.04. And we're gonna add all this add all this, which is equal to 0.10. And we're gonna divide the 0.10 into 5, which is equal to 0.02. And we're gonna square the 0.02, which is equal to 0.14, and that is the answer. And the last example are the given are 2.6, 2.5, 2.3, 2.4, and 2.1. We're gonna add all this up again, which is equal to 11.90. And we're gonna divide 11.90 into 5, which is equal to 2.38. And now we got our mean. Now, the second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna table it. Just copy the given numbers and write the mean. Which is 2.38. We're gonna subtract each other, which is equal to 0.22, 0.12, negative 0.08, 0.02, negative 0.28. And let us square all these, which is equal to 0.05, 0.01, negative 0.01, 0.00, negative 0.08. And we're gonna add all this again, which is equal to 0.03. And we're gonna divide this into 5, which is equal to negative 0.01. And we're gonna square this, which is equal to 0.10. And that is our answer. This topic is parallelogram method. This method allows us to find the resultant force of a vector. Let me give you an example. The given are force A is equal to 3.0 N north. Force B is equal to 4.0 N north of east. And we're gonna find the resultant force. The first thing is we're gonna graph it. Now we're gonna find force A, which is equal to 3.0 N. Just gonna count 1, 2, 3. And this is it. This is our force A. And we're gonna find force B, which is equal to 4.0 N. North of east. 30 degrees north of east. First, we're gonna find the direction, which is this. And we're gonna count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the force B. Now we're gonna find the resultant force. 1, 3. Now we're gonna find it. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. And it is 6n. And we're gonna find the degree, which is equal to 55 degrees. And the resultant force is 6n 55 degrees north of east. And that is the answer. Another example is the given are force A is equal to 4.0 and north, and force B is equal to 4.0 and 30 degrees north of east. First is we're gonna draw a graph. And let us find force A, which is equal to 4.0 and north. Let's just count 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is our force A. Now let us find force B. First we're gonna find its location or direction, which is 30 degrees north of east, and this is it. Now we're gonna count 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is force B. And we're gonna find its resultant force. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let us find its resultant force, which is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The answer is 7 and 60 degrees north of east. The answer is 7.0 and 60 degrees north of east, and that is the answer. Sample is, and the given are, force A is equal to 2.0 and north, and force B is equal to 3.0 and 30 degrees north of east. Again, we're gonna draw a graph. And let us find the force A, which is 2n. We're gonna count until 2, 1, and 2. And this is our force A. Now we're gonna find force B, which is 30 degrees north of east, and it is 3n. And we're gonna find it. We're gonna count until 3, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3. And this is force B. Now we're gonna find its resultant force. One, 2, 3, and 4. The answer is 4.0 and 50 degrees north of east. And that is the answer. This topic is polygon method. The first example is, and the given are 5.0 m south, 12.0 m east, 4.0 m southeast, southwest, and lastly 6.0 m west. First is we're gonna draw a graph. First, we're gonna find 5.0 m south. South is this way. So we're gonna count till 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is our force A. Now we're gonna find force B, which is 12.0 m east, which is this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is force B. Next is 4.0 m southwest, which is this way. One, 2, 3, and 4. And lastly is 6.0 m west, which is this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're gonna find the resultant force. We just need to connect the starting line and the ending line, or let's just call the tail and the head of the first and the last. And we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The answer is 9, 9n. And that's it. Example is, and the given are 12.0 m east, 5.0 m south, and 3.0 m southwest, and lastly 2.0 m west. Again, we're gonna draw a line or a graph. Let's move it this way so that we can have enough space. First is we're gonna find 12.0 m east, which is this way. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is our force A. Now we're gonna find 5.0 m south, which is this way. We're gonna count until 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And next is we're gonna find 3.0 m southwest, which is this way. We're gonna count until 3. 1, 2, and 3. And lastly, we're gonna find 2.0 m west, which is this way. 1 and 2. And this. Now let's find our resultant force. We're just gonna connect the head and the tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the answer is, or the resultant is 10.0 m. Example, and the given are 10.0 m west, 5.0 m northeast, and 2.0 m north, and 4.0 m east. Again, we're gonna draw a line. Let's move it up here again so we can have enough space. Now let us find 10.0 m west, which is, oh, I'm wrong. Let us this way because I forgot the direction. Next example, and the given are 10.0 m west, 5.0 m northeast, 2.0 m north, and lastly 4.0 m east. We're gonna draw a line here. And here again. First, we're gonna find 10.0 m west, which is this way. We're gonna count until 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this is our force A. Now we're gonna find 5.0 m northeast, which is this way. We're gonna count until 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is force B. Now we're gonna find 2.0 m north, which is this way. 1, 2. And this. Now we're gonna find, lastly, we're gonna find 4.0 m east, which is this way. We're gonna count until 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're gonna connect the head and the tail so we can find the resultant force. We just need to count and connect it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the resultant force, or the answer, is 7.0 m. It's component vector method. Let me give you an example. And the given are A is 10.0 m, 40 degrees north of east. B is 2.05 m east. C is 5.20 m, 50 degrees south of east. And lastly, D is 6.50 m south. We're gonna find the horizontal and vertical vector, and horizontal and vertical. The formula is Vx is equal to V cos theta, and Vy is equal to V sin theta. This is the formula to solve the horizontal and vertical. First is A, which is 10.0 m cos 40 degrees, which is equal to 7.66 m. And AY is equal to 10.0 m sin 40 degrees is equal to 6.42 m. Now let us solve for B. Bx is equal to 2.05 m, since it is taking the direction of east, and By is equal to 0 because it, and Cx is equal to 5.20 m cos 50 degrees is equal to 3.34 m, and Cy is equal to negative 5.20 m cos 50 degrees. And the answer is negative 3.98 m. Lastly, dx is equal to 0 again, and dy is equal to negative 6.50 m. And we're gonna add all the horizontal and the vertical. We're gonna add all the answers, which is equal to 13.05 m and negative 4.06 m. And the next step is like this. And the answer is 13.66 m. Now we're gonna find for the direction, which is tan -1, and we're gonna divide them to each other. -4.06 m divided by 13.05 m, which is equal to 17.24, or most likely 17. And now we're gonna write the answer, which is 13.66 m, 17 degrees south of east. And that is the answer. Example, and the given are A, B, C, D. Given A is 5.0 m, 40 degrees north of east. B is 3.0 m east, and C is 5.30 m, 50 degrees southeast. And lastly, D is 7.50 m south. Again, we're gonna find the vertical and the horizontal vector. First is the horizontal, which is equal to AX, which is equal to 5.0 cos 40, which is equal to 3.83 m. And we're gonna find the vertical, AY, which is equal to 5.0 sin 40 degrees, which is equal to 3.21 m. And we're gonna find BX, which is equal to 3.0, or most likely the answer is 3.0 m, and BY is 0 because it's taking the direction of east. And CX, which is equal to 5.30 cos 50 degrees, which is equal to 3.41 m, and CY, which is equal to negative 5.30 sin 50 degrees, which is equal to negative 4.06. Lastly, DX, which is equal to 0 because it's taking the direction of south, and DY, which is equal to negative 7.50 m. And next step is we're gonna add all the answers from horizontal vector and vertical vector, which is equal to dr equals 10.24 m, and E in dy is equal to negative 8.35. And we're gonna, the next step is like this. We're gonna square the final answer, which is 10.24 square plus negative 8.35 square, and the answer is 5.93. This has been already have the square root of it, and this is the answer. Now let us find for the direction, which is this 0 equals tan negative 1, and we're gonna divide them to each other, the this and this, we're gonna divide them. Negative 8.35 over 10.24, which is equal to 8.12. Now we're gonna write them into our final answer, which is equal to 5.93 m, or 8.12, or most likely 8 degrees south of east, and that is the answer. And last example, and the given are A is 3.0 m, 40 degrees north of east, 5.0 m east, 5.20 m, 50 degrees southeast, and lastly 6.50 m south. Now we're gonna find the horizontal and the vertical, which is AX is equal to 3.0 cos 40 degrees, which is equal to 2.30, and AY is equal to 3.0 sin 40 degrees, which is equal to 1.93. Now let us find for BX, which is most likely 5.0, and BY is equal to 0. And CX is equal to 5.20 cos 50 degrees, which is equal to 3.34, and CY, which is equal to negative 5.20 sin 50 degrees, which is equal to negative 3.98. Now let us find for dx, which is most likely 0, and dy is equal to negative 6.50. Now we're gonna add all them together, the vertical and the horizontal, which is equal to 10.64, and the vertical is negative 8.55. Now we're gonna square them and add them together. 10.64 square plus negative 8.55 square, which is equal to 6.33. Now this is the answer for no. Now we're gonna find for the direction, which is equal to tan negative 1, and let us divide negative 8.5 over 10.64, negative 8.55 over 10.64, and the final answer is 7.83. Now we're gonna write it into our final answer, which is 6.33 m and 7.83, or most likely 7 degrees south of east, and that is our final answer.